Let's go.
Look at this, Zelda started crawling. Hey, come over here. She's not a dog, Chase. She's a baby. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Our child is growing up day by day. Zelda, you're great. Look how happy we are. That's so cute. Well, everybody, welcome back to Tree of Tranquility. It is the first day of winter. This also happens to be our wedding anniversary. Chase and I have been married for a whole year as of today. And because our baby was born on the 1st of fall, it looks like they're going to grow a little bit every single month. Not entirely sure how long it takes in total for the baby to be fully grown into a child. But at this stage, obviously they're going to be awake a lot more often and a little bit more active. And I also believe that you cannot use the rattle at this stage. I think the rattle is sort of a baby in a crib thing only. So I might go put my rattle away since I won't, you know, need to use it. Might as well just throw that in the box. I could probably maybe even sell it, but I'll just toss it in the box for now. It's fine. Does Chase have anything new to say? Sometimes his dialogue changes. Oh, it looks like it does. Kids sure run around a lot, no wonder they get hungry so fast. I find with the spouses, their dialogue sort of changes as things happen. So when you're first married, you know, a little while after you're married, if the rival couples get married, if the rival couples have children, you know, your child being born, the child growing up, things like that. So a little bit of extra sort of flavor added into the game. I've also got something to put into one of my fridges here. I bought some spinach from Craig at the Harvest Festival, and I'm going to use that in some cooking later on for certain villagers to use for gifts. I was too lazy to grow it, and you actually can't buy this from Ruth, so I was glad that I was able to find a place to buy this. First day of winter, and we have rain, which is kind of a very bizarre thing to see. You would think that if it was wintertime, it would be snowing, and you do get a lot of snow in wintertime. Not entirely sure why it's decided to rain, but that means we can't let the animals out. I'll have to go and feed them and just take care of them. Now, because it's our wedding anniversary today, I think there's going to be a special event that takes place probably after 6 p.m. if we enter the house. So I'm going to do my best just to go around and kill some time today so we can see that. Once again, I don't have a lot of updates to do, but I figured the baby growing up was probably something major that I should have included. And I really don't know why this is, but it seems like every single day that the chickens have to be in the coop and they're not allowed outside, they're always unhappy, and even after I feed them and I pick them up, sometimes they're still unhappy. So I don't know if it's just the fact that they're used to being outside and they're upset about that, or if I don't pay enough attention to them. I don't know what it is, but like I've said, I've never had an instance ever where an animal has been sick or anything like that. You can see picking that chicken up and giving it some attention changed its mood around, but that's not always the case. Because I figured that sometimes if they had the sad face over their heads, it might be an indication that they're sick, but that usually doesn't seem to be the case. It just seems to be that they're upset for, you know, one reason or another. And I never forget to feed them. They're always fed, so I think they're just spoiled, honestly. They're just spoiled, being able to go outside almost every single day, and they get upset when they can't. The chickens don't like rainy days, apparently. The barn animals are kind of a hit and miss. Sometimes you'll see the unhappy face, but not often. But with the chickens, it just seems to be every single time. But now that they've all been fed and they've been picked up, it does seem to be that their mood has improved, which is good. So I guess I'll make some mayonnaise here with some of these eggs I picked up. As long as the animals are healthy, then I have no concerns. I don't actually have any animal medicine stored because I've literally never had to use it. Which is quite rare, to be honest. I don't know if it's just because this game's a little bit easier than other games, or maybe more forgiving, but I feel like in every Harvest Moon game, one of my animals gets sick, you know, at least once. I leave them out in the rain a little bit too long, or I accidentally put them out there, or I miss a day of feeding them or something. Something happens, or they just get old and they get sick, but it's not the case in this game, but I guess I should be thankful for that. So you can see here, the barn animals are also unhappy, except for the sheep for whatever reason. So, like I said, it's just completely random. I have no idea why that is. It just happens sometimes, and then sometimes it doesn't. But in any case, we'll just go along and feed them. We'll just make sure that they're all fed before we do anything else today, so that I don't forget to feed them. They do have food in their bowls, but hand feeding them is always better, so we'll do that. I'm not gonna bother making any yarn today because I just made a bunch the other day. So I'll wait till I get a couple more from the silkworms, and then I'll come back. What if I brush the cow? What if I brush you? Will that make you happier? No. I don't know what you want from me, cow. Alright, well, hopefully you're better by tomorrow. I fed you, I brushed you, I petted you. There's nothing more I can do for you, friend. Also gonna take Gil off my tracker. I forget what I was even tracking him for. Obviously, I was looking for him for something. So the next thing we'll do is we'll just check in on the housing situation. I haven't bothered to decorate. And I'm going the wrong way. I haven't bothered to decorate the first house that I've had built. You can see I have another house built there in the background. But this plot here is the level 4 house, so it's the second to last upgrade. It's just one down from the final upgrade. And I wanted to make it big enough so that I'd be able to put a lot of furniture in it, but not too big that I have to spend all of my resources, just because it is a lot easier to upgrade with more resources. So basically all that would change with a big house, the biggest house I could get, was that this area would be significantly bigger, and I would have a bit more counter space and a little bit more space in the kitchen. But besides that, nothing really would change, and so I haven't bothered to upgrade to the level 5. So when I get the chance, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna decorate. I think I'm going to make this one my cute house, the pink house with the pink roof, just because this one is kind of the hardest house to see. And so it'd be kind of nice to have it out of the way. And I'll probably use this default design on one of the other 2 houses. So for the time being, I'm not going to do any more upgrading on that house. We're just going to leave it the way that it is, and I've started on the mountain plot house. Now, of course, this is an interesting plot of land because, remember, you're not allowed to select this plot of land when you start the game. This is the only plot of land out of the 4 pieces that you can't get from the start. And the reason for that, I think, is just because it's the biggest plot of land, so they couldn't make it too convenient for you, of course. God forbid they do that. And it's kind of a shame because I think that this is obviously the best suited for a farm. You have so much space to plant crops. Trees you could even plant. You could do it all on one lot. There would be probably a ton of space for your animals to come out here and graze. And I think with a space like this, you could even push how big you made the animal barn and the coop, because again, there's just a lot more space for that kind of stuff. So just to give you an example though, this is where the mountain land house is placed, in this little corner, which is kind of nice because it's kind of out of the way. It's not really too in your face, and you still have a whole view of this really nice field over here that you can still use. So again, this has the default inside. I do believe this is the level 2 house, so I am going to redesign this, and I'm going to build it up 2 more levels before I start to decorate, because remember, if I decorate and then I upgrade the house, all of the furniture is going to be put back into the toolbox or the furniture menu here by default. So there's just really just no point in doing that, and so I'm gonna wait until I actually upgrade these houses. And like I said, I haven't kind of decided on what kind of design I would like for this yet, but I'll figure it out. And Dale should be open today. I think I always get mixed up whether he's closed on a Thursday or a Saturday. I want to say it's Thursday. He has really odd business hours compared to everyone else in town. Like his store is closed on a day that everybody else is open, so I always tend to get confused. But I do know he is open on a Sunday, so maybe I'll go to him and we'll go ahead and we'll redesign the interior of a couple of our houses, and we will also buy the next upgrade if I can afford it before he closes, because I think he closes at 5. And while I'm up here, I can also break down my boulders that should be in the forest. Alright, so let's remodel. And let's do the cute style. Or wait, can I even remodel? Hold on. Wait, what? I can't remodel? Oh my god, is this gonna throw like my entire plans out the window? Like he's not letting me pick which house I wanna remodel. So does that mean I can only change my regular house? Like my normal house that I live in? I guess it's kind of stupid of me to not have like tested this out earlier, but I only just put these houses up, these extra houses. So I thought for sure, because I can customize the furniture, that I'd be able to customize the way that the houses are painted, but maybe I can't. Maybe I'm not allowed to do that. I thought I could pick a color and I'd be able to pick which house. But maybe I can't. Maybe I'm not allowed to do that. Okay, well, alright. I guess I have enough stone and lumber, as you can see, so I guess I'll just upgrade my mountain plot. I guess that's all I could do. Wow, that's disappointing. I'm really gutted right now, I gotta be honest. I didn't think that it would be a big deal to paint the other houses. I mean, I built them, I paid for them, I technically own them. And like I said, you can't move the default house that you live in. I can't decide all of a sudden that I want to live at the mountain house with my family. I'm kind of stuck at the house I live in now. So I guess it's just your default house that you can paint. So if that's the case, then I may not put a house next to my orchard. and just kind of leave the orchard alone because I can't even showcase all the different styles, so, you know, it's like, what's the point? I also noticed there when I talked to Luke, he was asking me about my kid, so it seems like the villagers' dialogue is also going to change as my child grows. I'll just test it out again really quick. Calvin and Phoebe should be here, or just Calvin. Maybe if I talk to him, he'll say something. Yeah, so it looks like the villagers are gonna have unique dialogue as well as your child grows, which is really cool. I actually hadn't realized that. And that's something that I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for as I talk to people, just to see what they say. Well, now I can go home, and I should be able to have a nice anniversary with Chase, I hope. I think there's an event for your anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome back, Nick. I made a feast today. Wow. Did you ever? You went all out, man. That sure looks nice. He's got the candles and everything. Do you remember what day it is today? Ah, you're testing me. I guess if you get it wrong, it would probably not reflect well. So yes, I do know what day it is. It is our wedding anniversary today. I'm glad you remembered. I would be devastated if you forgot. Yeah, he would probably not be very happy with me if I chose wrong. Well, let's eat. Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful dinner, and happy anniversary. I can't believe that we have been married for a whole year. Pretty crazy. Pet the cat today since I haven't, I guess. Before I end the video. Can't neglect the cat, it's a part of the family too. So again, kind of the same old thing. I'm just going to check in periodically as time goes on. And I'll let you guys know if any updates come about, and I'm gonna keep figuring out this housing situation. I'm gonna try my best to figure out what restrictions I have with that and decide if I want to keep building or not. Do some decorating. I'm gonna keep befriending the villagers and doing all that kind of stuff. So when I have another update for you guys, I will let you know. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.